teachings of Prahlada. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So this 5-year-old boy was teaching to his classmates fearlessly is teaching to his classmates, 5-year-old boy, unbelievable. Even though he doesn't have any kind of association of devotees. And his father is very, very powerful, very dangerous. He's not afraid of, internet is shaking. He's not afraid of speaking. He actually did this carefully while his teachers were away. The teachers are teaching what the teachers are teaching by the instruction of his father, and what is he is teaching. His student is different. Is going to come up. That's why we will find the two classes of people: demonic and divine. Demonic people is always, conscious up the body. All their services are limited to bodily benefit. They cannot think beyond even a touch of spirituality. On the divine platform, instructions and education, everything is on the spiritual platform, not neglecting the body. Spiritual platform, not neglecting the body. Hope so it's inclusive. In divine platform is inclusive. Demonic platform is everything is for the body, because things is the body, and protecting and serving and sustaining one's body is the ultimate goal of everything, perfection. That's and always to the people. Now we'll a few things we'll read what we did from text 25. My dear friends, O sons of demons, it is certain that no one bereft of knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead has been able to liberate himself from material bondage at any time or in any country. This is an interesting thing. Bereft of knowledge of the Supreme Personality. If one is ignorant, if one doesn't have the knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he says that he cannot liberate himself. Forget about liberating. What the meaning of liberation in one sense is that he cannot help himself. He cannot free himself from the dangers. He cannot free himself from the anxiety. He cannot free himself from the anger. So forget about liberating others. Liberation means from you're rescuing someone from some difficult situation. That's called liberation. In one sense, liberation means liberating the living entity from the clutches of this anxieties, fear, anxiety, birth, and death. That's liberation. Because one is difficult situation, you're liberating. So if one doesn't have a knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he cannot liberate himself. How can he liberate others? However, in this world, there's a non-stop 24/7 constant conversation going on all over the world that people are trying to prove their superiority and with the knowledge. I know so much of argument, but there is no conclusion. There's no outcome of it. So rather, those bereft of knowledge of the Lord are bound by the material laws. Because they're bound by the material laws, they have imperfect senses. They have imperfect senses. Then how can they help others? Blind leading the blind. When you ask people, can you talk? They have 10 hours to talk. But when you ask them to hear what Shastra says, that Prahlad Maharaj says, they will not have a taste for hearing even one line patience. Such kind of people are condemned. Now, they are factually addicted to sense gratification, and their target is women. So, by the name of economic development, today we will discuss about primarily five purusarthas. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha is four, and the fifth is devotional service, which is Vaishnavas accept, not others. So, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha we will discuss. Now, Dharma, Artha, Kama is primarily centered on enjoying the human sense gratification, highest form. When one attains, when has money, facility, everything, they want to enjoy up to utmost limit with the material world provides. Indeed, they are they're actually playing in the hands of attractive human. Victimized by such a conception of life, they become surrounded by children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Thus, they are shackled to material bondage. So for them, their goal is very limited, sense gratification. And because their goal is limited, they'll be always in fear and anxiety. Yesterday it was not there. Today, because of our association with human, everything is expanded. Now everything is expanded. What is the thing? Now you have it in anxiety, and then you live in anxiety of fear, losing everything. So then he further says, my dear sons of demons, the Supreme Personality of God in Narayan is the original super soul, the father of all living entities. Consequently, there are no impediments to pleasing him or worshipping him under any conditions, whether one be a child or an old man. Interesting. He is only 5-year-old boy, and he's saying that there is no hindrance to worship the Supreme Personality of God. It's very easy. It's not very. I met one very, 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 very rich man recently. Very rich man. He has some affection for for Krishna, but he doesn't engage in devotional service. Then I said, how will, because the Shantarasa, you may have affinity, but you don't have a service. Bhakti means engaging devotional service. How I was thinking, how should we engage? I said, when you get up in the morning, can you please do one thing? Offer a glass of water to Krishna. Seriously, everything is belong to, but the reciprocation is service. So at least I did ask, offer all your possessions. I asked, offer a glass of water to Krishna. That is, anyone can have this facility. Not only according to the one's material position, at the same time, age also, there is no bar to the age as well. Because Prahlad Maharaj is speaking that here, Prahlad is only 5 years old. He says, even a small child, one be a child and an old man, the relationship between the living entities and Supreme Personality of God, it is always a fact. Therefore, there is no difficulty in pleasing the Lord. If you all remember the pastimes of the dog who accompanied Sivanand Sen on the pilgrimage from Navadip, Vrindavan, Bengal to Jagannath Puri, the dog was also blessed with love of Krishna by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So any species, even in Krishna book explains that it's a beauty. Anything which comes in contact with Krishna, which is spiritual, he gets benefited. Example, if you bring the milk from the cow, you offer to Krishna, you cook something for Krishna, you bathe him, okay, the cow is getting benefited. Interesting. We never think about it. That's the fact. We offer the flowers to Krishna, so many flowers. Well, the flowers came from these plants. So those plants whose flowers are offered to Krishna, those plants are benefited. I don't know if all of you have thought of it or not. That's inconceivable. Devotional service is very inconceivable to understand how the potency of the Lord works. So there is no bar for anyone can engage in devotional service. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is infallible, present in different forms of life, from the inert living into stars, such as the plants to Brahma, the foremost created living beings, is also present in the variety of material creation in the material elements. So the same Supreme Personality of Godhead is present in everywhere. However, being covered by the curtain of the external energy to the atheist, he appears non-existent. Then why, surrounded by all these children, Prahlad can see, only one boy can see the Lord, but others could not see. Why only devotees, when they go to temple, they see that the Lord within the deity, but the atheistic people, they don't see, they see the wealth and property, how can plunder. They don't see. Because if they are covered by the curtain of the external energy of the Lord, you can see here. Actually, if our eyes are covered, we cannot see the truth. Therefore, Prahlad suggesting, therefore, my dear young friends, born of demons, please, in such a way that the Supreme Lord, who is the conception of the material knowledge, will be satisfied. Yashmin Trishti Jagat Trishti. If Lord is satisfied, whole universe is satisfied. Then we don't have to get into face this kind of. We don't have to face, experience this kind of situation because Krishna is not satisfied people. Yashmin Trishti Jagat Trishti. So, if satisfying his senses, whole world. This incident we saw when Pandavas were in exile, when they had received a pot, Akshar Patra, right, which can supply unlimited of food at any given time. Only once in a day you can use or something like that. But when they were done, there was someone who comes with 60,000 disciples. Where he goes with all this big group. And when he reaches, he's hungry. They need to be fed him, but no food is available anymore. So, if now how to satisfy Durvasa, how to handle this? So that the Pandavas has to take shelter of Krishna from this verse. It's a big danger, for us it's a joke. For them it's a life and death situation. Just like we had life and death situation, and what is our situation, we understand very well now. So the prayer to Krishna came, only take one grain or a couple of grains of rice which is left in pot. So they offered, please accept and be satisfied. So when Krishna is satisfied, whole universe is satisfied. When Krishna is happy, everybody is happy. When the root is strong, nourished of a tree, the leaves and fruits, everybody, they are nourished. Living entity, human beings are nourished. It's not very difficult to understand. That's why he's saying in all our activities in such a way we should act all circumstances, not only difficult times. In fact, we don't change even in difficult times also because we think we are safe. So please act in such a way that the Supreme, who is beyond the conception of the material knowledge, will be satisfied. Every action of our we have to do. We're dealing with karma, artha, kama, those things, everything we have to see that is my Lord is being satisfied or not. If everyone does in this world, the whole world will be happy. If I do, I'll be happy. I'll be taken care by guaranteed, 100% guarantee. Even if this earthquake happens, the whole planet goes turmoil, but the devotees will be not going to difficult. That's given. That's assured. That's bhakti is very much assured. You will see so many things happen, but one life can be saved because he's always under the protection of the Supreme Lord. That is guaranteed. One reporter was asking, if to Prabhupada, if everyone becomes devotee of Lord, then what will happen? So Prabhupada said, everyone will be happy. If everyone in America transforms into devotees, what will happen? Everybody is going to be happy. What is the problem? This is the most unfortunate thing, that we are bereft. People in this world, leaders of the society, bereft of this knowledge, that fact, which is Srimad of this world. Because one corona goes, another corona will come. COVID-2, it's called COVID-2, right? Isn't that they call it COVID-2? Yeah, 19. So maybe COVID-20 or COVID-20, COVID-21 can come. It can. And even if you want to hold it, still it will go away. It comes its own accord, it will go its own accord. And again, it will come, it will go. That's why Bhagavatam is the shelter one has to take. Srimad Bhagavatam is the shelter. I request those here, everybody, at least few devotees take into heart. We must be convinced with the fact that Krishna protected, and the whole world takes devotion, everybody will be protected. If one person takes to the service, he will be protected. How this happened? All his kind of got killed when Hiranyakashipu came. Prahlada Maharaj is protected. If danger would have come, everybody would have been impacted. But Prahlada did not get impacted. He was blessed. He was blessed. So that's why Prahlada is suggesting our actions, we should act in such a way that the Supreme Lord, who is beyond the concepts of the material world, will be satisfied. So many prayers are happening in White House, here and there. We are missing the whole essence of the prayer, the real root of the proper prayers. What are we asking for? What is the cause of our situation and how to come out of this? Is when we fail to satisfy the Supreme Lord, this is what consequences one has to face. So give up your nature and act without enmity or duality. He says that. Give up your enmity and give a demonic nature and without enmity or duality. Duality means, in this also we should be thinking my happiness and distress, gain and loss. One has to transcend. No animosity. Just serve together to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In that way, because everybody is children of God, whether this country, that country. Is the subtle border, there's no border in the earth anyway. Is there any border in the earth? No. In the border is in one's mind. This is my area, this is your area. Okay. That border can shrink, the border can expand. Then how logical it is to think about my kinsmen, my citizens. So every living entity is the citizen of children of Krishna. That's the Vaishnava teaching. That's the higher class, higher teaching. So if when we think about everyone as children of Krishna, what will happen? We will not have enmity to anyone. Or I'm better than them. Sometimes we feel bad when we hear someone, our close person, some danger happens to, we feel bad. But the person who we do not know, we don't feel bad anything. Show mercy to all living entity by enlightening them in devotional service, thus becoming their well-wisher. That was very beautiful. They offered so many prayers. All religious practitioners came. I didn't see any, Hare Krishnas invited, or I didn't find. We offered this beautiful prayer of Prahlada Maharaj. What says? Show mercy to all living entities by enlightening them in devotional service. Our leaders of society, all the king, whoever it is, if they are better of this teaching, they cannot protect anyone. That's the whole teachings. If you don't know, how can you save others from the danger? Thus becoming their well-wishers. We should be well-wishers. Hope these books can be sent to all the leaders, including White House and including all the presidents or prime ministers of the world. They should have these books. Nothing is unobtainable. This is nice. Prahlad continues to this. Nothing is unobtainable for devotees who have satisfied the personality with the cause of all causes, the original source of everything. If you serve the Lord, he says nothing is unobtainable. Dhruva Maharaj, in just simply worshipping 6 months, he acquired the biggest planet than Lord Brahma. There's so many devotees become great. Materially, it is not difficult. Even spiritually also, they can obtain. This says nothing is unobtainable for devotees who satisfy. So it means there's only one thing is gap between our success, our goal, and us. What is that? Satisfying that we are not able to satisfy the Supreme Lord. So in all our actions, we should satisfy the Lord Krishna. The Lord is the reservoir of unlimited spiritual qualities. For devotees, therefore, who are transcendental to the modes of the material nature, what the use of following the principles of religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation? This is people that generally those who do not follow, they don't know. But still, without following any scriptures, they know that economic development is the. Isn't it that's the big concern for all over the world at least? Yes, first is life, right? So that's prana. Food. First is actually food, because even though you're protecting the life, you want to make sure that everybody gets their basic necessities. Annamaya. Annamaya. Anna means the urge to eat, that has to be given. Then it comes to pranamaya. Prana means with the lockdown, complete everywhere lockdown. Everybody volunteer to save themselves. Pranamaya. Then what is the issue is not that, it's not just ends with that. Food and you're safe, but your biggest concern worrying you now. Anyone can guess what is that worry? Huh? Economic development, that's the primary subject matter all over the world now. Oh my God, what will happen to our economy? Isn't it? Phases of economy, what will happen to economy? Eating and just safe is not enough now. No, economic development is very important, because food comes from the plants anyway, that will be anywhere. But still, when economic development, we cannot compromise in our sense gratification. Very interesting thing. So he says that for devotees, there is no difficulty to achieve all these things. The Lord is the reservoir of unlimited spiritual qualities. For devotees, therefore, who are transcendental to the modes of material nature, what is the use of following the principles of religion, economic development, and sense gratification, liberation? For devotee is by default, if you take shelter of Krishna, everything is inclusive, everything is in it. But if bhakti is not there, satisfaction of the Supreme Lord is not there in all these acts, then it has a useless, because everything is in the material platform. Even liberation also compared to the material platform, because you're thinking of yourself only. How will I come out of myself? There's no satisfaction to the Lord is not there, which will automatically obtainable under the influence of the modes of nature. We devotees always glorify the lotus feet of the Lord, and therefore we did not ask for anything in terms of dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. So Prahlada is saying even rejecting some kind of Vedic injunctions, because Vedas provides, a certain kind of level, degree of economic development provides. But is that we should aspire for something higher now, something higher, because tomorrow everything goes, economic also again going to flourish. Still one will not be happy. Same, war, same fight, same argument, same dissatisfactions will continue. So then what better we will put ourselves? So suggestion is that in all circumstances, one must engage in devotional service to the Lord. Now, whom Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the well-wisher and friend of all living entities, formally explained this transcendental knowledge to the great sage Narada. So what Prahlada is speaking is not just as whimsically or speculation, like in this world, we always provide a speculation. And because of that, what happens, we are leading a blindly other people. We are leading blindly other people in this world, and we are putting ourselves in danger. We are unsure about our path, and we are unsure of others. Thus, all this, the leaders of the world, including governors, prime minister, presidents, the leaders of the spiritual leader, everybody must inquire what is recommended by the great authorities. So Prahlada is suggesting this deed, say, oh my demonic friends, I think you should do this. It is, I think you should do this. No, he is saying Nara, the Lord himself, who is a well-wisher friend of all living entities, formally explained this instruction to Narada, one of our devotees. It's called Narada. He was a monk, he is a sage. Such knowledge is extremely difficult to understand without the mercy of the saintly persons like Narada. Because if you try to go and explain to this solution to this materialistic world, they say, why are you crazy or what? They will call you crazy now. They will call you crazy when everything is economically good. That also crazy, because their heart consciousness is covered by the illusory energy of the Lord. That's why we need the pure devotees like Narada and Prabhupada. Without the mercy of the saintly persons like Narada, it's very extremely difficult to understand these subject matters. Why? Prahlada himself learned it from Narada, the great sage. But everyone who has taken shelter of Narada's disciplic succession can understand this confidential knowledge. So welcome. So we as Hare Krishna movement, it's not a sitting and we are giving some instructions here. We are bringing this from the parampara, which is millions of years of old instruction, which is applicable in all circumstances. Now also, individually and collectively, one can take this knowledge and be successful, saved from the greatest danger. Now, without doubt. However, one can understand only when one comes in disciplic success and can understand this confidential knowledge. Right? Few more verses we will read, two more verses. So Prahlad Maharaj continued, I received this knowledge from the great saint Narada Muni, which always engaged in devotional service. This knowledge, which is called Bhagavata Dharma, is fully scientific. It's not sentiment, it's not a faith. It's not sentiment, it's not faith. It's fully scientific. Jnanam, Vigyan. Vigyan means the knowledge, and you can be able to realize this by personally practicing. This is scientific. This is called Bhagavata Dharma. It's fully scientific. It is based on the logic and philosophy and is free from all mental contamination. It's based on the logic and philosophy and free from all mental contamination means there's no a pinch of false desire to for a self motivation, self benefit. No, it's free from all kind of mental contamination, and it's scientific and based on logic. The sons of The demons replied, "Dear Prahlad," he was teaching, this 5-year-old boy is teaching all this atheistic class people. They don't know. They never learned this God exists, have some superior duty. They never thought that more than, you have a first class car, unmanned car, solar panels, swimming pools, big buildings, and what you call Disney World or Disneyland. I don't know what you call Disney World or Disneyland, something, all these fun house, fun places, nice, beautiful roads, you know, tons of restaurants and lots of money, isn't it? And and these children, they thought that's it. That's the perfection. They know beyond, they know no journey beyond this. They know journey beyond, that's what these children thought. This knowledge is coming from several million years old. This knowledge is coming. Now if you see, this is applicable to now, isn't it? All the such children, they think that as long as your economy is going well, there's no poverty, right? There's no poverty and first class medical facilities, nice car, unmanned cars, first class cars, everything going fine, Okay, then that's it. Our knowledge and our progress ends there. This is because many teachings or atheistic people, they cannot conceive beyond this further knowledge, is that moksha, how to liberate from this, because everything is this temporary in this world. When Prabhupada was in Australia, and I think first time he went to meet, he invited all these professors, everybody said that your bank balance, your house, your family, your possessions, the country, everything will be taken away. Everything will be taken away. He told, by the death. When death comes, everything will be taken away. So then how we can claim that just because our economy is going well, we have nice facilities, we have nice fun activities, but everybody is dying anyway. Now and in the past future also, then either we have facility to surrender the Lord Krishna, serve him, or we surrender to him in the form of a death. Surrendering is there. By surrendering to Krishna, what happens is you will have all these material necessities, you will have everything you will have, still you will attain the love for Krishna. But if we don't surrender to Krishna, everything will be taken away. Is the fact this world is witnessing. So the sons of demons replied. Who are the sons? Demons, because they thought that only earning money, enjoying nice first class infrastructure, technology, iPhones and Netflix, those are only the success, right? There's nothing beyond. Only very few people try to contemplate and go beyond to the inquire now. 4 kind of people, Krishna says, 4 kind of pious people in inquire. Even in this situation, not everybody will take shelter of the Lord because they're not used to. They don't know. They have no faith. On the other hand, those are pious people who are, they will come they will come a little close to the Lord Supreme Lord Krishna. So these friends asked, "Dear Prahlad, neither you nor we know any teacher or spiritual master other than Sanda and Amarka, the sons of Sukracharya." So basically, their point is, this is a very first-class school they have, very highly sophisticated school, and first-class teachers. They have no other access. So their point is, how come we all are going to the same school? We all have the same teachers. Isn't you? We all go to the same school. We all have the same teachers. How did you know all these things? We don't know. What is the secret of your knowledge? Doesn't make sense? Now it comes at the past security also comes, isn't it? Same children, the mother or father, we put our children to the same school, same teachers, same facilities we provide, but everybody achieves differently. They don't achieve the same thing. Then they are saying further, after all, we are children and they our controllers. For you especially, who always remain within the palace, it is very difficult to associate with a great personality. Being born in a king's is a prince, is very rich. Even a fly cannot go in and out. That protected is that much of position, that much of security, and all this. White House is nothing here in compared to what we are talking about. So he said, no one can come, no one can go in, no one can come out. You cannot associate with anybody. It is very difficult for you to associate with any great personality. Dear friend, most gentle one, would you kindly explain how it was possible for you to hear Narada? Kindly dispel our doubts in this regard. How all this miracle happened? How you got all this knowledge, transcendental knowledge? Can you give me past one, please? So he is amazed. His friends are amazed that we all have the same background. Of course, we have some access to outsiders. You have no access to outsiders because you grew up in the palace, and no saintly person has access to you. How did this Narada how explain to you? Because he said that I learned this from Narada, who is a great sage. Narada learned from the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly all these teachings. How this happened? So that's why he's going to, probably next week we will continue, how Prahlad learned all these things while he was in the womb of his mother. That incident is going to come. Very, very interesting story. However, as Prahlad Maharaj's teachings, I'll share this 8 last verse of the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, attaining the Supreme. He speaks, Lord Krishna speaks how you can attain me. He says that because Prahlad Maharaj says, dharma, you don't have to work for real economic development. You should not perform the religion just for your economic development or sense gratification. Please give me this, please give me that, please protect me from this danger. Their father more purified prayers are there. So Lord Krishna, he says that Vedesu yajnasu tapasu chaiva danesu yat punyak phalam pratishtam atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam. For devotees applies different rules in one sense. For other people is different. Why? A person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive austerities activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end, he reaches the supreme eternal level. So, what point is, by rendering devotional services, the ultimate perfection of the living entity, the 5 kind of perfections given. In material perfection is you earn some money, you perform some religious activities. Why? Because you have some desires. So you perform religious activity to gain some money. And using that money, what you do, you buy stuff. What you want, very simple. So basically, you fulfill your material desires, right? And while living with this, you have marriage, you have children, you have a house, you have a responsibility, you have so many obligations. Or what if I don't do, what will happen to this? I cannot deviate from my duties, right? So Krishna is saying that those who have taken to the service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all other things are covered. Don't worry. You don't have to do extra endeavor, separate endeavor to do, because everything is included. Just by rendering service, Krishna is going to fulfill all your necessities. You work for his satisfaction. We work for his satisfaction. He says that I will provide all the necessities. Personally, I will deliver. I will personally deliver. There's an incident that one great devotee, he read Bhagavad Gita, he says that in one says, yoga kshamam vahamyam. Yoga kshamam vahamyam. He says that Krishna says, I personally bring all the necessities to my devotees' home. How many of you agree? You agree? You agree? That's good. You're great. But this, he's a devotee. He says, maybe something wrong in this book. Maybe, always there's some minor mistakes will be there. What did he do? Hope everybody's listening. What did he do? He says, oh, this sounds improper, because how Krishna will carry all this stuff and bring and deliver to his home? So he took the red pen, red ink, he marked, he cut it, that section. Something is, incorrectly printed. So the same day when he went to take shower, not to the bathroom, they used to go shower to the pond. Public pools, the outside pools, they'll take bath and come. So when he goes for the bath, and while he was in taking bath, he finds his house was knocked. Tuck, tuck, tuck. So his wife opens the door. He says, "Who is this?" And this boy, who is this? Open, quick, quick, quick! It's very heavy. Please open quickly. So she was in anxiety. What is this? When she opens the door, she finds this young, beautiful, so sweet, very young, beautiful boy is holding a very big, heavy, basket on his head. She said, "What is this? Who are you?" He said, "Just help me first. Help me first to unload it, right? Put it down." He said, when it's urgency, so heavy load on my head, help me first. As she helped, and the boy put the basket down. Thank you. She asked, "What is this?" "No, your husband has sent this to me, asked me to deliver to my home. And I told him that I cannot carry this heavy load. And what did he do? He beat me with a stick on my back. See this mark? So he showed the back. It's marked red. When you hit children, like red marks will come. He showed. So his wife, because she's a devotee also, she was so mad. How my husband can be such a cruel? How can he do such kind of activity? She said that you come. Let me. As soon as he comes, I will see how can he behave like this to be such a young boy. And after some time, the husband comes from the bath. So when the husband comes from the bath, so you don't know wife's mood all the time. Everything was okay when he went out. So would have been so happy that you sent so much of stuff. Okay, she may have mixed feeling, but her face was not satisfied, angry. He asked, "What happened?" How cruel you are. You don't have little mercy. There's such a small young boy, innocent boy. You send him with a big basket. At the same time, you beat him so badly. It's inhuman, right? The husband is saying, "What are you talking about?" Husband says, "What are you talking about? Everything okay? I didn't beat anyone. He says, you didn't beat anyone? Then with whom did you send that groceries? He said, what groceries? I didn't send any groceries. Then if you didn't send any boy, you didn't send any groceries, everything just happened just like that. Just come and see. So the wife shows the place. Wife takes him inside and shows, look at this. This is the boy, and you're rejecting that you didn't do it. And the husband is the Brahmin who has bewildered. He says, what is happening? He can understand what happened, who brought, and everything like that. Then wife cooks, and then after the meal, he sits down with his regular reading and writing. When he sits back to reading and writing, guess what happens? To his surprise, the mark which he has made in the book, in the Bhagavad Gita, he said, this is incorrect, that is disappeared. So that mark is actually shows in Krishna's body, because Bhagavad Gita and Krishna's body are non-different. Krishna body and Krishna proved, I delivered to my devotees. Unfortunately, it is because we don't have enough faith. We don't have faith. You know that everyone is being tested. Our faith is always being tested. The faith will be tested, and faith will be tested now. Faith will be tested at the time of death. What is the situation we are? We didn't have faith. But in the fact is, you're 60-year, 45-year-old, 30-year-old, or you're in the womb of the mother is not born yet. Krishna has taken the responsibility of maintaining us. Krishna has taken the responsibility of maintaining all of us. This Prahlada Maharaj, when he is going through, later is going to go through all these troubles, so much of troubles. This owl is nothing in front of his. The death was always next to him, and so many times he was attempted murder, so long. Attempted murder case. His father tried to kill him in so many ways. He's thinking, his 5-year-old boy is sad. Well, whose body it is? Time, can you tell whose body you are in? Whose body? Answer.
This form is temporary.
Temporary, but whose body it is? You have control, but question is whose body? Whose body it is? The very interesting thing, we will finish in 12 minutes. First of all, it is said that the body belongs to the one who maintains it. So in slave time also, if you see, we are maintaining, this is our body, very simple. In working also, body in one sense, body belongs to body doesn't belong any, body is always belong to outsider. It's a very different body. This body, it doesn't belong, it's never belonged to me. Now also, how is first the body belongs to the person who maintains it. We keep the animals. Right? Okay, who the animal belong to? The one who maintains it. Okay. Then on the other hand, the body belongs to mother and father. Body comes from them, isn't it? Yes or no? When one dies, the body belongs to the hawks, the worms, everybody. So with that or that, this body never at any moment never belonged to us. So, but we have taken the responsibility of maintaining this body. We have taken the responsibility of maintaining someone else's body. Our mind will not accept that very easily, but this aspect is the fact. Body body belongs to mother, body belongs to the master who is maintains, body belongs to this body, tomorrow is going to be the food for other, it is their property. But then we have taken the responsibility of maintaining this. Ultimately, this body. So Prahlad had this understanding. He said that, if um, if body belongs to you, O Lord, it's your job to maintain. This 5-year-old boy, he says, if this body belongs to you, it's your job to maintain. That's why this song, every time when it was difficult, he was singing this body belongs to, it's your job to maintain. It's Krishna's job. That's the beauty of devotional service. So with this, we finished the first one chapter of teachings of Prahlad to his demonic classmates, atheistic classmates. I really, our devotees understand this depth of devotional service, learn from, and help others somehow or other. We make a point that we educate everybody on this platform by the books, giving out the books, or somehow or other bringing them to Krishna, encouraging them to chant Hare Krishna. We should reach out to the government officials, everybody, and help them. Here's the great lessons, because you're leading the citizens. Who is leading our future? We, up to certain action, but 100% not us. Sometimes the parents has influence on us when we are young, right? When you're young, parents mold our future. Government has influence on us because he's the maintainer. So both the parents, the leaders, and the government, who is the governor. Government means the governor is our governor. So they are leading, the building, molding our future, because they should know all this knowledge as well. Okay? So somehow or other, we pray that may the Lord bless us on this and encourage us, inspire us, so we can one day take this teaching sincerely, and we can also educate others, so that everyone in this world can live peacefully and happy. So should we end it here? It's 12, ready for the worship. Is that okay? I think, stop. Hare Krishna. Thank you.